Voice, and Arun Misra joins in from Hindustan Zinc to talk about the steady quarterly performance, the demand trends for the industry, as well as what the plans are for the company when it comes to eyeing overseas mines. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in. To begin with, it's been a steady set of numbers, and that's largely been led by better realizations and higher volumes this quarter. But the question is, how do you expect this? How long do you expect this to continue, and what are the expectations when it comes to zinc as well as lead prices going forward?
Plainly speaking, any manufacturer would love the good times to continue forever. But look at the geopolitical situation and the energy crisis in Europe, less gas supply to European countries. So looking at all that, I believe that at least a quarter it should extend the current run of price of zinc. At the same time, the geopolitical issues of Russia, Ukraine doesn't look to be resolved in short span of time. If that be the case, then we are on for a long haul. And also the coal prices are not receding any sooner. So that also puts up pressure on the input prices. As long as these input prices are high, the smelters won't be able to come back to operation in some geographies of the world like Europe and some parts of China. If that be the case, I see these prices to remain for a good period of time, and we are betting on that.
I'm curious to understand how the demand picture is shaping up, both for India as well as globally, for zinc as well as for silver and lead. What is the demand looking like?
Demand, as far as zinc and lead is concerned, as of now, we didn't see any sluggishness in demand. Zinc demand is very strong, whether it is in India or Europe or elsewhere. Southeast Asia, especially including Nepal, Bangladesh, demand is strong because if you see on these geographies, post-COVID economic recovery is very fast. And in spite of number of waves that came in last about 5-6 months, which have not impeded industrial growth and not caused any huge loss of life as well. So those are the positive points if we look forward.
Good morning, this is Nantara Rai joining in. Now, while realizations have improved, the reality is that there are cost pressures at play, and those have increased in the same period, right? What do you have to say on that front? And if zinc prices come down, what is that going to mean?
If the input prices don't come down and only zinc prices come down, being mutually exclusive, then more and more custom smelters won't be able to operate, right? So if that be the case, then again the tendency of the zinc prices to go up. So it's a question of demand and supply. But if I say geopolitical situation becomes the reason for both coal supply as well as energy supply for zinc production, then when the geopolitical issue gets resolved, the coal prices will also cool off. And if that be the case, input prices cools off, then automatically zinc prices also cools off because of more smelters come back in line. So it can go both ways, but my take is instead of being so speculative, immediate future of a quarter, if I look at it, I think it will be stable over $4,000 per ton.
Okay. Now, fourth quarter is usually a strong quarter, and this time it has been coupled with better realizations as well. Going forward, what is it going to mean? Should we brace ourselves maybe for, a couple of subdued quarters? There will be a base effect at play now.
Absolutely no, because we have set up at a 1 million ton production level, and perhaps I should not be speculative, but we are all set for producing a quarter one much better than quarter ones that we have produced earlier all these years.
So walk us through any capex plans then and any growth projects that must be currently underway that could significantly improve your top line going forward.
Right now, immediately no. Some amount of top line growth will come because one of the projects that we have taken is the RD Rajpura Dariba mine mill reconfiguration. So that work will add some more recovery of both lead, silver, as well as zinc from the ore that we produce from the Rajpura Dariba mine. Not very significant though, but it will surely add something to the top line. We are now in a position of producing about close to 1.2 million ton of metal in concentrate. This is something that I have to challenge myself and produce this year. As of now, the guidance is close to that, but we will be doing better than that. On the other hand, the smelters have never been tested for more than 1 million ton even last 10 years. This is the first time the smelters are going to be tested for 1 million ton plus. So that is also something to be very hopeful for. As far as capex is concerned, apart from the mills, some amount of capex will go for RE power for our Rajpura Dariba complex. The idea was to get 200 megawatt connection from RE power and get rid of the thermal power plants which are operating there. So that some capex will go there. Basically, most of the capex will go into mine development, which is very much required for opening up more frontiers in the mine to increase the ore production.
Right. Also, Vedanta and the union government recently concluded their long-drawn battle on acquiring balance stake in Hindustan Zinc. What's been the progress on that front?
No, the government of India is now getting ready, and as far as I am concerned, I think in a month's time they should be able to come out with disinvestment declaration for the stakes that they have. Whether they do it all in one go or they do it in tranches, it's best left to them.
Much for joining in and sharing the outlook for the company as well as how you're looking at demand trends. That's the word coming in from the management of Hindustan Zinc.